Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my game against Grandmaster Peter Svidler, the part 2 of this game. So yeah, I know, I got a lot of messages that you are very exciting to see, how this game was finished. So let's go for it. I'm here with you, Grandmaster N.Steinberg, and yeah, I'm in my YouTube channel, so don't forget to subscribe and like the videos. It really helped me and improving me and get me, like some motivation. So let's go back into the game against the 8-time Russian champion Peter Svidler in Gibraltar to 2017. This was the year. 7 years ago. So Queen e7 was played, and in the last video we talked about rook takes d6. I just want to mention f takes g5, f takes g5 and h5, and black is just better. So I didn't play this move, I played the move f5. What a move. I think, I just understand that his king is really weak here in the center, and f5 is just, opening all the pieces. And like this pawn, and now I already have a threat, right? F takes g6, h takes g6, and just queen h8 check, king f7, and rook h7 is a checkmate. So f5 looks great. Let's see what happens. So he played the move e takes f5, just taking the pawn. I don't take back. I'm playing the move knight to d5. I'm coming with the knight into the center, attacking the queen on e7, and of course after queen takes e4, just queen takes h7 is a checkmate. So of course Peter Svidler is playing the best move in the position, queen to f7. Of course queen g7 is not working because I'm taking the pawn on f6 with a tempo, and of course he's coming back to f7, so queen f7 is the best. E takes f5. Just taking the pawn, and I just want to take the g6 pawn. So we're playing the move knight c to e5. As you can see, he's opening this diagonal for the bishop, and also preparing maybe in some ways knight f3 check, right? Because the queen and the king is not feeling so good. Of course now we have rook that is defending this square, but the knight is coming also into the defense from g6, and also from to the attack to f3. And now I want to ask you a question. Bishop takes d5, there is a threat like this or not? And also, what about rook takes c2, right? So this knight c5 is also opening the rook option to take the c2 pawn. So the answer that bishop takes d5 is not a big threat, right? Because just taking with the rook. Oh, but maybe yes, but maybe knight a3 there will be, right? So for example, one move knight takes knight a5, bishop takes d5, rook takes d5, and now unfortunately knight f3 check, rook takes f3, and queen d5, right? So maybe there is some options here for black to play for a win here, like knight f3, but I'm not sure about it. So I played the move bishop to g2. Just wants to develop a bishop, right? Wants to bring the bishop into the game. Also, like avoiding some knight f3. Also, of course, bishop takes d5, and the game is already lost for him because the pin here. So bishop g2 is coming into the game. Rook takes c2. Just grab a pawn. Peter Svidler said, okay, now I just want to take a pawn, and thank you very much. And now, what do you think? What is the threat? So every move that our opponent is playing, we must think what is the threat. And now there is a big threat. For example, after I'm playing the move g takes f6, for example, it's just losing absolutely because of rook takes g2, king takes g2, and now bishop to d5 check. And now, unfortunately, we cannot play the move rook takes d5 because queen d5 is also a check, and he's coming back to defend this pawn on h7, and black is just winning because one pawn up and the game is over. No pawn up, of course, a piece up, right? A knight up here for black. So just, of course, in this position, rook takes g2 is a really big threat. So I play the move bishop to e4. I'm coming with a bishop, like avoiding the threat of rook takes g2. Also, I'm bringing the bishop to a very important diagonal here, and also to attack the rook in c2. So now he played the move rook to c4, and it makes a lot of sense for me, because rook takes b2, I'm not sure about this move, because okay, of course, black achieved another pawn, and you know, he took another pawn, but this pawn is really not necessarily, because you know, so strong attack here. For example, knight to d4, maybe knight a5 to play, maybe also f takes g6 immediately, also maybe bishop d4, some moves here, right? Because bishop takes d5 is losing absolutely because of this one, and also in this position I'm also attacking the rook and also defending with the other rook from h3, the knight on b3. So yeah, rook takes b2 is like not feeling well the position, because you don't have time for it. So he's playing the move, the very strong move, rook c4. He is feeling that this bishop is extraordinarily strong here, right? Because this bishop is doing a lot of things here, so much diagonals for him, and yeah, is very annoying him. And of course, after rook c4, what is the threat, right? We said every move we need to think what is the threat. So the threat, you can stop the video and think. So 1, 2, 3. The threat is knight to f3, right? For example, knight a5 is not working because of knight f3 check. Very strong move. After rook takes f3, just rook rook e takes e4, and this is absolutely winning. Rook is attacking the queen, rook g4, bishop d5, so much threats here. Also, I think also in this position, rook c4 makes a lot of sense. Also in this file to attack, so I think it's just game over here in this position. So after rook c4, which piece is not working for me, right? Think about it. Which piece is not in the attack? So the queen is good, the rook is good, the two bishops makes a lot of sense here in the middle of the board. The knight is doing great. The rook is covering the knight, and also, you know, there is no possibility for the rook, but the knight, what about this knight? He's not in his best place. So let's play it. Knight to d4. As you can see, all my pieces into the attack, all my pieces is doing something, and you know, like he's working here. So knight d4, and of course bishop takes d5 is a bad move, because bishop takes d5, queen takes d5, and queen h7 checkmate. Don't forget it. And the knight is coming into the attack, and also don't forget this row is very important to avoid from here, right? Knight f3 was the threat, and now you just blunder, right? Knight f3, just bishop takes f3, and thank you for the piece, right? So, oh sorry, knight takes d5, he played the move f takes g5. Now bishop takes g5. For example, in this position, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, one of the moves, interesting move, was to play g takes f5. And you can stop the video and think, how can what should I play here in this position? But I think just bishop takes f5. And of course, after bishop takes d5, just a blunder because of bishop takes h7, and it's a game over here. Of course, for example, king g7, knight f5, king h8, bishop g6. Sorry. Now, yeah. The point is that after king g7, knight f5 is not working because of this row. But now I think just bishop to b1 seems to be winning. Maybe I'm forgetting something here. 1 second. Yeah, in this position. Yeah, of course, knight d4. Yeah, g takes f5, bishop takes f5, bishop takes d5, bishop h7, king g7, of course, because king h8 is just blundering the game immediately. Also bishop f5, just winning absolutely. Yeah, it's just game over because of checkmate, right? So yeah, king g7. Now queen h6 we cannot play because of king h8, and now the queen is under attack. So in this position, I think that the best move is bishop to f5, or bishop maybe to e4 also makes sense, and also bishop b1 if I'm not mistaken. Also this position might be just a winning position because of so much threats here with the white pieces, so it should be game over, I think. And yeah, so g takes f5 is not working for black, and he played the move f takes g5. I took the pawn with the bishop, and now g takes f5, and I played the move bishop to f5. And now also there is a question what to do after bishop takes d5. So also in this position, just bishop takes h7, king g7, and now bishop to b1 or e4. I think to b1 is very strong, and yeah, also queen h8 checkmate, queen h7 checkmate. Yeah, so much threats here, and the king is not safe in the middle of the board. So yeah, it's just game over. So after bishop takes f5, he played the move knight g6, the very strong move, and of course is pointing the queen on h4, pointing the bishop, the knight on d5, and yeah, what can I do, right? So I must take the knight, queen g6, and now I played a very quiet move. I played the move rook to g3. Just wants to move the bishop from g5 and, you know, like to take the queen up, right? So he played the move bishop to t5, and in this position something very, very important, you know, like was in the game. As you can see, let's do evaluation of position. Black has piece up, bishop up, one pawn up, and you know, it seems like from the pieces point of view I'm just losing, right? But of course I can just move the bishop. For example, bishop to f4, I can play maybe bishop, you know, like we will see every move now and we will understand it. But okay, let's think what can I do here. For example, I can play bishop to f4, but unfortunately after bishop e4 is f4, he's just playing the move rook to e4, and now, you know, I will take the queen, h takes g6, but as you see, the black pieces are just brilliant place, right? These two rooks are doing great, right? This bishop is very strong. This bishop will come to g7, knight to e5. Here I have so many threats here in this row. This rook is not good, and you know what? The black king is more safely than the white king, right? Because rook g4 and knight e5 and some jumps here, and yeah, it just game over. I think in this position it's really, really bad. So bishop f4, it's not so good. What do you think about bishop h6? Also, rook e4 is coming, and you know, the queen is under attack, the knight is under attack. And yeah, you will took it, I will took queen g5, for example, knight e5, so many threats here, rook d4, knight f3, rook g4. Yeah, the king is not safe, and yeah, it's just bad. So in this position I played the best move in the position, and you know what, take a 1 and 2 minutes to think about this position, because it's a really, really important move. And now I can tell you the move. I think this is one of the best moves in my life. I played the move b3. And you know what? I played this move and offer a draw. And you know, after the game, Peter Svidler said to me, you know, how could you offer a draw in such position without a bishop, without a pawn, with no time on the clock, and you know, like against one of the best players in the world? And you know, it was something very, very strong that I made in this game. You know, I offered a draw, and I felt like, you know, this is the best move in the position, and you know, to offer a draw is just, you know, like psychological move, right? Because he's feeling like he should have been winning in this position, but unfortunately for him, there is nothing to be, you know, like so happy with his position, because the rook is under attack, and this rook makes a lot of a good work here in this row. So when this rook will go away, I will just play the move bishop f4, I will take the queen, and you know, the attack on my king is not so strong without this rook from c4. So b3 is a very strong move, and now what black should do? So the best move in this position is just to play rook to e4. B takes e4, I wanted to play rook takes h4, bishop takes h4. Now I think just bishop takes c4, take here, and in this position it's really equal position, I think, because there are 4 pawns against 2 pawns, and I have exchange up, but this pawn is weak. So I think in my best position here, maybe a draw will be a good result for me. So rook e4 was the best move, but Peter Svidler thought in this position like 40 minutes and played the move rook to c3. He was very terrifying with you know, like the offer draw just, you know, crushed him in psychological, and rook c3 was just a bad move. So he's just giving up. Rook, thank you very much. Peter Svidler, 8-time Russian champion, is playing the move rook c3. I just take the bishop, the rook to e4, and now he missed a very, very strong move by me. I play now the move rook coming back to g3. And the point is that if rook takes h4, just bishop takes h4, I will take the queen, and now I have exchange up only for one pawn. And these two pawns will be very great together or from b4, and you know, I have a good chances for a win. So rook g3, very strong move, is coming back with the rook. And you know, it's not something very easy to find, because you know, in this position the queen is under attack, and you know, only the only move that we must think of, queen g3, but now knight e5 is coming to attack rook g4, and I have some troubles here. But no, rook to g3. So you must understand, rook c3 was made by one of the best players in the world after 40 minutes of thought. And you know, it's just incredible how psychological issues in chess game is important. So takes, rook g3 was played, and now king h8, and it seems like now I have advantage. How can I win it? So queen h3 was played, very strong move. Now bishop to g7, queen d7, and now rook takes d4. And now I think I had like 5 minutes on the clock, and the move is 36, so I have 5 moves to play until I get the increment. And you know, this position will always remember me that, oh, I was just so winning against Peter Svidler. You know, I will give everything to get back to this moment and to find the best move in the position and to win the game. And you know, it will be my best game in my life if I manage to win this game. You know, like also with how the game was finished, I really feeling well, of course. But you know, just to find this move, easy move to find, but you know, in the time trouble and my stress there, it was not so easy. So I played the move queen d8 check. And the best move in the position, we have here 2 best moves, but you know, like one of the best and you know, so easy to find is bishop to d2. You know, coming back with the bishop, also avoiding this rook from d1, attacking the queen on g6, and for example, queen g8, queen f7, sorry, queen d8 check, queen g8, taking the queen. For example, after king takes, just rook takes g7, king takes, and bishop to c3, and the game is just over because we're taking the rook, and yeah, it's pinned, right? So rook up, and the game is over. So in this position, if he's playing the move bishop to g8, just rook takes g7. After rook takes d2, just rook takes g8, king takes, and rook takes d2, and white is winning. And of course, after this move, king takes g7, just bishop to c3. And you know, I had another thing to show to you. Oh yeah, after queen g8, bishop g8, rook g7, if now black is playing the move bishop to b3, I'm just playing the move rook g3, the quiet move, threatening this bishop on b3, bishop takes d1, and now bishop c3, and the rook is pinned and white is winning. So bishop d2 just finished the game for me, but unfortunately I didn't play it. I played the move queen d8 check, bishop g8, and now rook f1 played very fast. And now Peter Svidler coming into the game with so much power, rook to d3. He understands that this rook is very strong and he wants to exchange it, also providing the squares bishop d4, bishop d5 for the black, you know, like in some ways. And my king is not safe, don't forget it. So I played a very fast move rook g2 because I don't have time. And now Peter Svidler is, you know, like, he's in his best. He's playing bishop d4 check, king h1, and now so strong move, rook to f3. And now it was the 39 move in the game, and you know, I played the move rook d1. This was the 40 move that I played. Of course, rook takes f3 is just losing absolutely because of queen b1 check, take, and game over, checkmate. So rook f3 is not a move, and I played the move rook d1, and I go to a toilet. And queen f7 was played, and now I was in the toilet, and I thought to myself, oh, I should win the game. I should have won the game. Let's do it. I can do it. So I'm coming back to the board. I have like 14 minutes up, you know, like increment that I got from the 40 moves. And you know, I started to think in this position, and what can I do? I have troubles. For example, rook takes d4, just rook f1 check, rook g1, and queen f3. It's a checkmate. So what can I do here? For example, h4 is just winning absolutely for black. Rook h3 check, rook h2, and queen f3. Checkmate. What can I do? What I can do here? Unbelievable position. I just don't find anything. For example, queen d6, just rook f1, and the game is over. Take, and checkmate. So what can I do? And you know, during the minutes that I thought I was like so upset, I was absolutely winning. I felt like I was absolutely winning. But what can I do now? What can I do now? And you know, you can stop the video, think a while, 5-10 minutes, and think, how can I survive this? And you know, during the game I thought like, okay, now I think that I'm losing. How can I survive it? And when I started to think like, okay, I should have survived it, I found the brilliant solution here to draw the game. So rook d, g1. I'm threatening bishop f6 and rook takes g8. It's a checkmate. So for example, rook f1, bishop f6, and it's never mind who is taking. I will take the bishop on g8 and it's a checkmate. So bishop g1, he's mass playing this move. And now bishop to f6 check. After rook queen takes f6, queen g8, it's a checkmate. Of course, also rook g8, it's a checkmate. But he's playing the only move, rook takes f6, and now rook takes g8 check, queen g8, queen f6 check, queen g7, and a repetition here. And the game against Peter Svidler finished by a draw after 3-time repetition in this, you know, like so tense game. And I can tell you that Peter Svidler and I, after this game, analyze it with Vasily Ivanchuk and Vasilin Topalov. You know, like four of us we're analyzing this. You know, so much tactics were in this game, so much variations, and yeah, it was a crazy game. I think until now, I can tell you that in my 22 years of career, this was my most, you know, like close to my heart game. After this game, I got like, I think 100 messages from my friends, from my family, you know, from my fans also. It was very, you know, like excitement. I came back to my room and I was crying a lot because it's really important, you know, like to feel during the game and after the game. This game was like around 5 hours, and it was my best game until now in my life. So thank you very much for you know, like to see with me this game, for watching, and like the video and subscribe the channel, don't forget. And you know what, share to your friends, it's really important for me. And don't you know, like just put your thoughts into the comments below, and I will answer you with my heart, of course. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy, and we will see you in the third game of our greatest game in my career. So thank you very much and goodbye. Bye bye.